Hello, and welcome to the Tattered Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Mike, and today we have Mitch, the other co-host, who is here all the time.
What up? I'm here all the time.
Every day. 24 fucking 7.
I live in here. And today we're here to talk about Gantz, the anime. But, follow us, like us, whatever. Give us a review. Discord is in the description if you want to come hang out. But, yeah.
Gantz.
Ganto! Yeah, we're here to talk about Gantz. This is Mike's pick. How'd you run into this guy? This, fucking weird-ass show.
It's been a while. Probably like 19 to 20 when I seen this. And like, I was just looking for gory anime at the time, and most of the ones I found were pretty retarded, and I don't remember the names of. And this one actually seemed like a story. And it's weird as shit, so it stuck with my brain.
Yeah, it's definitely weird as fuck. But before we talk about this, I went and saw that Minecraft movie. And you'd probably love it. I think you would.
Me?
Yeah. Just because it's Jack Black.
I really like Jack Black.
Oh, I thought you loved Jack Black.
I like him as a person. I don't know how good his acting is. It's just, I don't know.
He just plays himself. Like in every movie.
Yeah. Well, I think the last thing I seen him in was Jumanji. And I don't know. It's like something about him is just makes it too obvious that he's acting to me. I don't really know how to explain it. Because it's either like in the Jumanji movie where it just seems so obvious that he's a character. But he plays his character well.
Yeah.
But, and then other movies where he's just Jack Black.
Right. Like School of Rock, he's just himself. Fucking Minecraft, he's just himself. Pretty sure.
School of Rock, good though.
1 million BC, I think, or 10,000, whatever the fuck it's supposed to be. No,
yeah.
Year 1, is that what it is? It's where he's back at, like,
Probably.
dinosaur times or whatever. I don't know.
There's like 2 movies that came out. Like, one had some weird name, like you were trying to say earlier, and I think the other one was Year 1, but I don't remember which one's which.
10,000 BC is, like, a serious movie. I really like that one. It's where that one dude's chick gets kidnapped, and he, like, ventures all the way to...
It's like the same premise, though, isn't it? They're just like, well, it takes place in the same time period, I guess.
I think so, yeah, he, like, goes through the mountains and the forest or whatever, and goes to the fucking desert where the Egyptians are, and he's like, "Give me back my woman!" She's like a slave. Like, everybody's just a slave. Like, it's all fucked up. But, yeah.
I think that's how Genghis Khan started, so.
Yeah. Reoccurring events.
So what about Mr. Mimosa? I didn't hear you talk about him too much.
Who's Mr. Mimosa?
Jason Momoa or whatever.
Oh, and the Minecraft movie. He just plays like a fucking like idiot. That's all he really plays as. He's just like this dude that was good at this arcade machine and won this championship in 1989. Now he owns like an old video game store, and he's going out of business, and they're like trying to evict him. And then he goes to the Minecraft world with everybody else. He's like, "Let me get those diamonds!" And like,
why does he look like he's from the 70s?
Because he dresses the same way as he did back in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just like, he basically just looks like Hulk Hogan. Like, that's his like essence. I don't know how to explain it. Or Randy Savage. He's like a combination of Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. That's what he reminds me of. Best possible way I can describe
There was wrestlers that had. I think there was a wrestler that wore pink a lot.
Yeah, I think that's Randy Savage.
Yeah.
But he had like a Jerry curl, pretty sure. Or like
maybe
a fro.
I don't know. I'm not very good with names in the first place, and wrestling's like something I'm lightly associated with.
Right.
Like I know Macho Man and like Triple H and shit like that, but that's about it.
Yeah. This show is very Gantz is very straightforward, but very all over the place at the same time. Like, there's the objective the whole time, like of what they're doing, but like you just don't know at all why or what the fuck is happening. So
yeah, it's a lot of like do the objectives like right in front of them, and then some slice of life in between the fights and whatnot.
Yeah. All right, let's kick it off. The anime series Gantz is an adaptation of the infamous manga written and illustrated by Hiroya Oku. The series produced by Gonzo and directed by Ichiro Itano. Aired in Japan on Fuji Television and ATX. Gantz tells the story of a teenager named Kei Kurono. Is it Corona now? How do you say it? Corona?
Corona is how the dub says it.
Yeah. Who dies in a train accident and becomes part of a semi-posthumous game, quote-unquote, in which he and several other recently deceased people are forced to hunt down and kill aliens hidden in Japan. And that's Gantz. That's fucked up. Do you want to run these episodes?
Very strange premise. Huh?
Yeah. Do you want to run these episode by episode, like usual, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Episode 1. It's the beginning of a brand new day. Kei Kurono, an apathetic, self-centered, and sexually frustrated teenager, crosses paths with Masaru Kato, an old childhood friend. The pair save a homeless man from being run over by a train, but die in the process. They later appear in a room centered around a black globe, with other people who have recently died. A school teacher, a dog, a politician, a long-haired blonde man, 2 Yakuza gang members, and a mysterious young 8th grader named Nishi. Before long, a naked young girl is teleported to the room, and one of the Yakuza men attempts to rape her before he is stopped by Kato. Yeah, so we kick off. What is it?
That was the synopsis.
Yeah.
The opening scene, Kay is just looking out the window, listening to math problems, and he looks up at the chalkboard, and the teacher's clothes slowly start disappearing. Then he looks around and realizes every woman in the room is naked. So he starts getting the direction, and then his classmate next to him points it out.
Yeah, we kick off on a strong run on this one.
Yeah.
And look, he has a heart on, you pervert.
Tits in the first minute or so.
Right, and then when they're going to the train station, it's like, does everybody's voices in their head that's there, and they're all talking about, come on, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get fucking laid. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get some tonight one way or another. Just all these weird, I haven't been touched in 20 years. Like, just random ass shit popping up all over the place. But yeah, the hobo falls into the train tracks. Those 2 jump down in there, and they get hit by the train, and they view everybody being fucked up during their last seconds because their heads pop off. And while their heads are flying through the air, they're just like watching it and listening to everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about that scene? Because, like, they, I think, like, there's, like, 4 or 5 people it has talking at that beginning part. And, like, there's 2 of them just want to get about their day or some shit. Like, they're late doing errands or they have a meeting. And there's some, like, I don't know what the fuck the stereotype is in Japan, where people have, like, really obvious fake hands. But it has a chick like that, and she's worried about getting laid. And then another dude worried about getting laid. And then the bum walks in, and they're all just like, oh my god, that smell. And then they're just super fucking cynical and mean about him. And he's like, I wasn't put here for your amusement.
Right. Yeah. After they die, they all just end up in that room. And there's this black orb there in the middle of the room. And this naked chick with huge tits fucking pops in. And for some reason, this dude just, like, grabs her and walks around the corner and pulls his pants down, tries to rape. Like, this all happens with first episode. This is what we're doing. Let's just establish how fucked up we're gonna be this entire show. That way, just get it all out there. I just feel like that's what they did. Let's make a statement. Episode 1. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's the most random shit in this show.
If you watch more gory anime, they always try to be, like, as edgy as possible, so they always try to include rape, and it's usually pretty awful.
Yeah.
This wasn't as awful. It was more like there is the threat of that happening, but then, Kay is more of like an apprehensive or a reserved hero or whatever. He doesn't act too much, but the other dude, his friend, what'd you say his name was again?
Kay?
Nah, Kay's the main dude.
Yeah. Oh,
the tall dude.
Masaru Kato?
Kato, yeah. Kato is more of like your generic hero. Kay used to be like a super cool dude, and he inspired him to be a better person and live life to the fullest. So now he's like generic, like hero dude. So he like, well, kind of. Everybody in the show has like a very hard edge to them.
Yeah, very specific things that they do.
Yeah. Very traumatic things. But like, he is like way over the top sometimes, and he just fucking picks this dude up by his throat and is just like strangling the shit out of him. And dude's like, what the fuck are you doing? Let me go. He's like, I'm not gonna stop until you promise to stop. And it's like, oh jeez. It's like, guess I got what he deserved.
Right. But
yeah, that also happens a lot in this show, where what's that called? Poetic justice happens like immediately. If somebody's an asshole in the show, they are going to die very badly. Even if you're a good person, that happens though. So
I didn't get to mention the name of the first episode. It's the beginning of a brand new day. Day 1. Anyway, episode 2. They aren't human. The Black Lobe tells them to kill Negi Shijin, a green onion alien, and opens up, revealing guns and suits. The men take the guns, but ignore the suits except for K. Fuck, man. I always want to call him Key, and I know it's K. Who puts one on. Everyone goes off looking for the alien, as apparently there is a reward for killing it. Kay, Kato, and the girl go off on their own, trying to find their way home. The politician does the same until his head inexplicably, I can't talk fucking right now, blows up. The Yakuza school teacher and the blonde man find Negi Shinjin. He turns out to be a young boy, but that doesn't stop them from killing him. His father later appears, looking enraged at what's happened. Tell him what happened to the poor onion. Poor onion.
Well, what is it? We start like, was it with the Gantz playing like this? What kind of song would you say it is?
I don't fucking know. I don't
like
even
an
remember.
Upbeat, like commercial song that you'd hear in like an ad.
Yeah,
like a political ad or some shit.
Yeah, I very vaguely remember that. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's all you do.
And then it shows a little picture of what they're hunting. And, what? The teleportation thing is what I want to talk about. Whenever they get teleported, it's like a fax machine type shit. These, like, 3 lasers come out and start, like, printing them. And I think it's the fucking coolest looking fucking thing in the world.
And you can see the layers of meat on their body.
Yeah.
Which is pretty strange. But it's pretty
It's weird when it gets to, like, their head.
Yeah, it turns into, like, I mean, you go from seeing, like, meat and shit being built to, like, a brain and other shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Then they're in the real world and do what Miss Mitch says, but there's, the weird middle school kid that's all suited up and shit, like, appears out of nowhere on a building, and he's, like, tells him there's, like, $1 million reward or some shit, or 3 million yen reward or some shit. So, like, it inspires everybody to go chase down the aliens, and
yeah,
they,
and he's just like a baby. He's not a baby. He's a fucking, like, just a shitty snot-nosed kid that looks like a green onion, kinda. And
he's
they beat
always
his ass.
blowing snot out, and he's like, you want my green? Are you here for my green onions? You got my green onions?
Yeah, it's like all
he
these.
Does like, he runs away, does some crazy backflip, lands on his face.
Yeah, like breaks his shit. But they fucking catch him under a street lamp, like mafia style, and they fucking shoot all his arms and his legs and his head off, and he's just like a torso with ruined body parts everywhere. And the way the gun works is whenever you shoot it, nothing comes out of it. It's just like whatever you point it at, fucking just starts exploding. So if you like shoot somebody in the head, their head blows up.
Yeah, there's like a minute delay or some shit.
Yeah,
what happens with, the blonde dude has like this big, rifle shotgun looking one. And it like hits the cement wall and then blows the entire wall up after a while.
Yeah.
Then, I love that alien dude's dad's entrance. You remember?
Nah.
They're all just standing over the dead body, and I'm never gonna remember these names. Second main dude is like, Kato is crying about it. Like, how could you do such a thing? And then fucking blonde dude gets picked up, fucking just torso just fucking explodes.
Oh yeah, doesn't he like slash it off or some shit?
Yeah, he like picks his fucking head up with his claw hand or some shit, and then or his non-clawed hand, and then just fucking eviscerates his fucking body.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I remember that. Fucking, and the rapist dude tries to fight him, and like jams his head up against his, and he's like, "Fuck!" It's like hitting cement, and then the fucking thing just tears him up, kills him too. So
picks him up and uses him as a shield.
Oh yeah, because somebody can't shoot him because of that, and like his torso gets blown off too. He's just like organs just laying like hanging out of him and shit.
Then he cuts off the teacher's like dual wielding fucking gun. It's to me it's the show is like trying to examine like human nature with the train scene and this scene where the teacher specifically, he goes from like, he's a kindergarten teacher, so generic kindergarten teacher, real nice, passive, but soon as it's like, oh, it's you or them, he's just like right there, fucking dual wielding fucking handguns, just blasting at this motherfucker. and the fucking dude cuts his arms off, and he cuts one of the other Yakuza guy's arms off, and then he's about to kill the rest of our heroes, and Yakuza dude pulls out a real gun and just starts blasting him.
Yeah. This will go in. I think this one goes into episode 3. Kay, you're awesome! The big alien kills 4 of the men while the school teacher accidentally shoots another one. With only 3 people left, the alien attacks Kato, Kay, and the girl. During the chase, they find out that the suits allow them to jump further and survive. The alien badly wounds Kato, angering Kay so much that he starts fighting back. With the help from the suit, he wins. An unseen figure fires a bolt that ties up the alien. He reveals himself to be Nishi and urges Kay to shoot the alien. Yeah, his muscles just explode like when Goku goes Super Saiyan, and he just starts beating the ever living fuck out of the alien, and he's like, "Oh yeah, come on, you big green faggot!" That's what the dub says. I'm like, Jesus. But yeah, that's a funny ass shit.
Yeah. The 2Ks were running around, just trying to avoid the alien. Kato was, trying to talk it down, and, he's crying, and it's, swinging at him, and he's dodging it, and he just trips over the fucking guardrail and rolls down a hill, and then it attacks the 2Ks, and K figures out how to be a hero, and how to use the suit. And he does this really cool jump, and he's like, oh fuck, and goes way farther than he thought he was going to, and fucking smashes into a guardrail.
Yeah.
Then the scene happens where he physically beats him up, and then we have the scene where the psychopath kid is like, you're also a psychopath, come join me, and be a psychopath, and score points. Everybody's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he just sits there and tells him, he's like, you gotta kill him. If you don't kill him, I'm killing him. It doesn't really matter. And then eventually nobody does it, and he just fucking kills him. And, Kato, they think Kato died because he got his wrist slit open, and he didn't die because he was alive at the last second whenever the game finished. Once the game finishes, everybody who's still alive gets to come back. If not, you're dead forever. There's no third chance at life.
So. Yeah, the weird part about it is whenever Kato puts him in that headlock, he just it looks like he just scratches him enough to get him off, and then his whole fucking arm falls off, and it's like, jeez.
Yeah.
And he's laying in a pile of blood for the remainder of the episode, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, they go back. That's where you'll hit episode 4. Okay, here are your scores. Kay drops his gun, refusing to kill the alien. Nishi takes the points and finishes it. Back in the room, the scores are revealed. Nishi got 3, giving him 90 points. The others get nothing. He explains he has been coming to the room for a long time, and that it makes fax copies of people just before they die. Anyone still alive can return home fully recovered. When Kay wakes in his apartment, he sees the deaths of the men killed earlier announced on the news, including the supposed death of himself. He knows that it was not simply a dream when he notices the suit laying on a chair in his room.
I feel like that's not going to go anywhere. Because they keep having, talking about the news report where they're like, oh, the mysterious disappearance of these 2 teens.
Right.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's going to go anywhere. And I think it's just a waste of time. But who knows?
What's a waste of time?
Them just talking about the disappearance.
Okay. What do you mean?
Well, I don't think they're going to do anything about it.
Oh, well, probably not. I mean, it's just news. Yeah. I'm sitting here confused on what you're talking about.
Well, it's you don't want to waste time by putting things in stories that, don't matter. So I don't know if the news reports are going to amount to something or not, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. News reports are just made so people are on the lookout for shit. That's all.
I mean, they're in the show. They don't have to have them in the first place. But,
oh, yeah. Gotcha. I got what you're saying.
Yeah. What we didn't mention, though, is, I don't know. I guess we wouldn't have to mention it yet. But.
What? What didn't we mention?
What is it? Well, we're at the part. We have to go to the next episode, because we're at the part where everybody's doing, like, slice of life things. And
oh, yeah, that's this episode. Pretty sure next episode is, too. But, basically, everybody's, like, probably the episode 5, then that means at that time. That and episode 4 are just kind of all, like you said, slice of life. Like, the dude, like, Kay's back at his house, and that the girl with the big tits shows up because she's, like, in love with Kato, but shows up at his door and is like, will you keep me as a pet? Because she ran away from him, but she didn't run away from him. She just got the phone call that she was alive, but she's there, so it's obviously, like, her real body or her copy body, whatever the fuck. So, I think she's supposed to be the copy, is what it is now. Like, she was the original, now she's the copy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, the original committed suicide and died, but they brought her back to life at the hospital. So whenever Gantz made a copy of her, it essentially copied somebody, or made somebody, a clone of somebody in the, a clone to exist that didn't previously exist. So now she's, like, stuck where she has, like, she doesn't technically exist because her real self is alive still.
Yeah, it's very confusing. That's what I mean. This story is straightforward on what needs to happen, but everything around it and in it is, like, ridiculous. He also goes to school. He gets in trouble with a group of bullies. Oh, yeah, and there's, like, this group of dickheads, like, they call them thugs or whatever, but there's a group of those dudes, and they're constantly fucking with everybody, and, like, trying to get money out of them, and shit like that. So, that's basically what these 2 episodes are about.
They're, like, blackmailing one of his friends, and then, like, for some reason he's, like, maybe just walking with him after school or some shit, but they get confronted by the dudes, and they, like, extort him for a bunch of money, and then they're like, oh, well, you know, if you pass it on to this guy, we'll just take it from him. And for some reason, his friend passes it on to him like a dick. And Kay's like, why the fuck did you do that? And the bad dude's just like, I don't like your face. And, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with stuff, because Kay is supposedly in high school, but he had to move out of his parents' house to go to high school in a different area because he's smart, I guess. But I don't understand how he can live alone as a high schooler.
Also, Kato and his brother are living with their abusive aunt.
Yeah, like, super abusive.
Yeah, and then there's another kid that's, like, with his grandma that they die, and they end up in the next round of it. Episode 6, All Right, is when Kishimoto starts living with Kay to be his pet. By the way, I thought it was in the earlier episodes. But yeah. So 4, 5, and 6, all those episodes are just all slice of life stuff.
But anyway, I wanted to get back to the, did you not think this bully is, like, extremely over the top?
Yeah, he's just, like, super dick.
Yeah, he, like, beats up, there's, like, they're extorting, like, the karate club, and, like, the leader of the karate club comes there, and dude beats him up, and he's, like, collecting his teeth.
Yeah, he collects teeth from people.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? That is like, I don't know, you're a felon if you're like ripping people's fucking teeth out after beating them up.
Right. It's just random, like, super evil dude. And he's supposed to be a high schooler, but beats the fucking karate club master up.
Yeah, he's like a giant as well.
Yeah.
Like, he did not look like a high schooler.
Yeah, I don't think any of these people look like high schoolers.
Yeah, no. The middle schooler looks like a high schooler.
Right, yeah. The fun episode is the one... Kishimoto is Big Tit's name, which she is often referred to as Big Tits. But, Kishimoto visits Kei and frantically asks him to keep her as his pet. And he's like, fuck yeah, dude, because this dude's, like, constantly trying to fuck. And he tries to, like, fuck her. He's like, oh yeah, we have one bed. And she's like, yeah, I guess we could sleep together. And, like, he just starts grabbing tits. He's like, let's fuck. And she's like, okay. And then, like, a minute goes by, and she's like, never mind. I don't understand. The whole point of this episode is just filling. Just dumb filling.
Yeah, it's just like an emotional moment or some shit.
Yeah. You'll also see the biker gang for the first time. It's this dude who has a wife and kid that wants to go out riding, but he knows he shouldn't be. He's just seems like he's trying to be a good dude, and all his fucking biker friends are total cunts.
I was thinking you might like this character.
I like this character, yeah, but it's just it's like, why is your friend in your biker gang, aka a group of like 4 or 5 people, why is he so mad that he wants to be the leader so bad now? Like, what's the whole... He just has, like, this weird rivalry against him because of this. But, yeah, he dies. Another dude dies. Who's that guy? I don't remember his name. He's the one that's like, can I go home now? I think you'll see him in this episode, too, for the first time. But I forget his name. He's, like, the stuck-up dude. He's like, can I go home now?
Oh, the guy that the Gantz calls a homo.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has some weird, like, stalker chick, too.
Yeah. The stalker comes with him whenever he dies, so that's great. Yeah, he was driving on his motorcycle, right? And the girl jumped on his bike and they got hit by a truck or some shit.
Yeah, for some reason, it's like they're in a book store, because female K is like trying to like keep her education up because she's not getting to school anymore because she technically doesn't exist.
Yeah.
She meets like some random chick there, or hears her talking about a book, and she's like real interested in it, and then like we see the stalker chick, and we're introduced to her as she's being stalked. But she's actually stalking the model dude. And then, to get away from them, he borrows, like, somebody's bike. And for some reason, she's later on the bike with him. And then them and the old lady and the kid are at the stop sign, and or a stoplight, and somebody passes out at the wheel in a truck and just smashes them.
Oh, that was everybody died at once?
Yeah.
Okay, because I forgot how the old lady and the kid were. I forgot how they died.
The model dude's looking out over the city, and there's a big-ass fire. That's from the explosion of the car wreck that he was in.
Oh, damn. Alright, so... Yeah. Okay, so now... Okay. I think I remember that happening. I might have been, like, doing something else at the time. But I think... I remember just seeing, like, shit all over the fucking ground and shit, like a scene after the crash, I would guess. So, that's what... Yeah, that would have had to been them, because I never saw anybody else die like that. So, but this kid is like super spoiled, and he's a little brat by his grandma. Well, he's not even like really a brat. He's just an annoying child that's spoiled. I don't know.
Yeah, like whenever it shows the grandma's house, was it? She's like reading him bedtime stories and has was it? She has like the walls of her house and they're all fucking crayoned up and shit, and it like juxtaposes that with shit. Kyoto? Why do I want to say Kyoto? That's the
Kishimoto? You're talking about Kishimoto?
The second hero dude, yeah.
Oh, Kato. Bro, you're terrible with fucking names.
I know. Well, everything starts with a K. It's like, okay, I can't just call him K. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that before. It's Kishimoto, K, and Kato.
Yeah.
The fuck?
But, it juxtaposes the spoiled kid with, Koto's kid, son, his little brother living in their aunt's house. How he has like nothing, and he's reading him like a bedtime story, and like after his brother just got like the shit beat out of him, and like the most fucking over the top way possible.
Yeah.
She like, well, this is a later part, but I'm pretty sure this is just what she does. He like tracks mud in the house, which, that's a bad thing, and she says spend all day cleaning it.
I was just about to talk about this. This is the next episode. We're after you.
Oh, okay.
But
you all wait till the end or just keep going?
No, we're on it now. Like, we're on it.
She, like, comically drags this motherfucker in by the top of his fucking hair, just, like, pulling him up, like, holding him up in the air almost and dragging him along. And then she just fucking front hand, back hand, like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Like, if you were a fucking drunk, abusive father, you would do this shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and Kato gets really fucking pissed off and grabs her arm when she tries to, like, hit him. And she's like, This is my house! It's like, I'm not letting you go. Don't you ever fucking touch my little brother ever again. Let go! Let go! And then it's like,
your eyes.
Yeah, he lets her go. He's like, this is my house. If you can't live here, then you gotta go find somewhere else. It's like,
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, the fuck is going on here? Like, you gasp that a dude stopped you from hitting him? Oh, no.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, I can't beat you in my house? What the fuck? Get out.
Get out so I can beat you outside.
Yeah. He's like such a bitch.
Yeah, I know. He also stands up to some bullies at school, causing a bigger, older bully to plan his revenge. Kato hears of this plot, walks right into the toilets, and beats his ass. Yeah, dude, that was when they were gonna get that gay boxer dude to fucking beat his ass, and he just goes into the bathroom, closes the stall, and beats the shit out of him while his pants are around his ankles.
Yeah. Dude, this is such a weird episode. Cause like, he stands up to those bullies for Kato hangs out with the nerd kids, and he, always protects them and shit from the bullies. Cause he's like a giant in and of himself. Cause he's like, I don't know, I forget if they said it. But they like, whenever they thought he died, whenever he spawns back into the Gantz room, they're like, oh, I know it's him because of how tall he is. And like, so he's like canonically just the giant dude.
Right.
And, they're, all four of these like older high schoolers are like, oh, we're gonna jump him and whatever. And then like, this like only black dude in the show comes out and is like, he sounds sexy. I'm gonna fuck his ass. It's like, what? What the fuck?
Yeah. And this is the episode where you actually see the fucking stalker chick and the dude. I think this is the one where everybody dies. The episode is episode 8, Kishimoto gets over her initial shock and decides to lead her life how she, not her mother, wants. She declares her love for Kato, surprising Kei, Meanwhile, a new biker gang kills Tetsu and 3 of his men. Hojo realizes he is carrying a stalker on his motorbike and he gets furious. They both get killed, along with Ryuto, a spoiled kid, and his grandmother, by a lorry driver asleep at the wheel. All 13 players are simultaneously transported to the room, and the globe tells them to kill Suzuki Seijin, a robotic-looking creature. Kei realizes to his horror that he has left his suit behind. Yep, this is the episode where all the filler finally ends. All the weird, well, not all the weird shit, but where all the filler ends. Everybody meets, and the fucking psychopath dude, what is it, Shigi? Whatever his fucking name is. Nishi, that's his name. Yeah, he's in there, and he's making fun of everybody as usual. Everybody puts on a suit. Kei is freaking out because he left his suit at his house, and he doesn't know how the fuck he's going to survive. And, yeah, everybody starts being dicks like they were before, the biker gang specifically. They didn't want to wear their suits either. I still don't understand how the suit helps you in this entire thing. Like, I get the getting strong thing, but, like, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody else do anything crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes you stronger. Like, Kato picks up that dude by his throat, or those 2 dudes by their shirts, and, Kei runs faster, does that really big jump thing. It's like when you need it, like, your focus or whatever, it, like, enhances your muscles or some shit. And your speed.
Yeah, and Nishi fires, a gun at Kasake's head, and it implodes. Because Kasake, which is one of the bikers, he gets all pissed off at him and tries to fire the gun, and it had no effect on him. So he was like, "What the fuck, bitch?" and blew his fucking head off.
Yeah, like, nobody points a gun at me.
Yeah, and then he tells Gantz to begin. He's kind of a dick to Gantz, too. He's like, "Gantz, wake the fuck up. Let's fucking go, Gantz."
Sticks his finger in its ear.
Yeah. Like, there's just, like, this dude inside this globe on an oxygen mask-looking thing. He's, like, giving him wet willies and being a dick.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But, he teleports them all, and Kei ends up alone on a street in front of one of the robot aliens. And then episode 10, Yuzo-kun? I don't know why it's called that. I thought, like, one of the robots was saying Yuzo.
That's what they say all the time. They're like, "Hey, Yuzo!"
Yeah, it's hard for me because I have the fucking subtitles on, and it just guesses at what it's saying, and it has just thrown me off so hard.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were saying until later on. It might be this episode.
Yeah.
I forget what episode it is, but it specifically says, like, "I'm not Yuzo!"
Yeah. Kei without a suit runs away from the alien to find the others. Nishi fights it in a canal, but his best equipment starts failing on him. His invisibility device breaks, his gun ceases to work, and his suit floods with water. He asks the biker for help, but they are still angry at him, and Nishi refuses to apologize for Kosuke, or whatever, despite his predicament. So Kato jumps into the fray to save him. Because Kato is up there on the bridge and the bikers are making fun of him because he's getting his ass kicked. And Kato is just up there saying, is it Kato? No, it's the other biker dude. The not dick biker guy. He's like, yeah, he's up there screaming. He's like, "Dude, just say you're sorry, man." Like, nobody will help him. And then Kato jumps in to go and save him. He won't
shoot it.
Yeah, he won't shoot it. So I forget who ends up killing him. Actually,
he gives it a bear hug. And squeezes it out of a bunch of smoke and shit. Spurts out of its head, and then, like, the head opens up, and this armless chicken thing pops out.
Yeah, that's episode 11. I can't shoot him. But that starts happening. But still, in episode 10, Let's talk about how that dude got his ass beat. He got his, like, eyes burned out and shit from the screams.
Yeah, his eyes, like, exploded, and, what else? The suits, like, protect you from physical damage. I don't know if they protect you from getting, like, stabbed and shit. Like, cause they don't cover your face. It's like the Batman dilemma. Like, why don't they just shoot him in the face?
Right.
But, after you take so much physical damage or use the suit, like, I don't remember seeing them overuse it too much. Maybe Kato does. Or maybe he just takes too much damage or some shit. But there's little circle things on the suits, and they turn all blue, and they ooze this blue liquid.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask about. I don't understand that whole thing. You know? Like, why the fuck is it oozing?
I don't know why it's oozing. Just a way to show that the suit's not working visually, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, but anyway, like you were saying, he fucking squeezes these robots and these birds come out and die, and then there's, like, a repeated thing of them doing this. Because, like, this bird thing comes out, and meanwhile, you'll notice from the first one, this one, whenever you first see him, he has, like, these little robot eggs that hit the ground and hatch these little shitty birds. And they're really annoying.
Yeah, like earlier, Male K, whenever he was confronting the robot, he's trying not to do anything, and the robot kind of ignored him, and then it acknowledged him, and everything was going fine, and then he had this little chicken, and it started sitting on his shoulder, and he whacks it off, and the robot gets pissed off at him.
Yeah, it's children. But yeah, that's basically how all this, like, started. Well, also, they had to kill him anyway, so.
Yeah. Then we didn't mention there's little, like, Gantz makes fun of, like, everybody. It calls the model dude a homo. It calls, the Male K, it calls him, like, erection boy or some shit. And then, like, Female K is boobs girl. And it just makes, like, all these puns up about people. And, like, well, they're Japanese puns, so it doesn't translate to English. But this robot is supposedly based after a very popular, pop singer in Japan around the time.
Oh, really? Do you remember the name?
Yeah, so I'm pretty I forget, cause the name that he gives the robot is, like, the Suzuki alien. So it might be just that's the singer's last name.
Oh, maybe.
Or it might just be a pun on the singer's name. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, Kato, there's, like, also a famous singer in Japan with his name. So Gantz just gives him the singer's name.
Yeah. After they kill this robot, what's his name? Nishi is laying on the ground, and he's, like, screaming for Gantz to fucking hurry up and teleport him back. But then they find out that there's more than one of these things, so they have to go find them all and fucking kill them. And there's, like, an absolute fuckload of them, like, a lot more than they thought. So it turns into a huge problem.
Yeah, they have a radar, and they see all of them all over the place.
Yeah.
And, while Nishi's dying, he drops some exposition where we have, he has 90 points, and he keeps saying, all I needed was 10 points. That's where we get the information that if you get 100 points, you can buy your freedom from Gantz.
Yeah, and he just wanted to get him to his mom. And he's like,
yeah.
I never hated anyone. I hated society. Mama. 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 He, like, totally flips script from...
It was so funny how, like, I don't know, he holds on to his edginess with that line, though. I never really hated anybody. It's society. Society's fucked. It's like, okay.
Right.
You just had to have your one little last jab at society while you're fucking dying. Okay.
Right, and then he fucking dies, and then, like, meanwhile, while that's happening, Kinji's head blows off when he tries to leave the perimeter. That was, yeah, that was just a random bike dude, right? One of the bike guys. Yeah. So, yeah, we're still dealing with those guys. So I did make a mistake now that I'm looking at this. Remember whenever you told me there was 26 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I split everything into... I was going to do 2 parts, 12 and 12. For some reason my brain thought you said 24. So I didn't watch episode 13, but you told me you did. So when we get to that, you're going to have to cover that one.
I watched all the way to 17, so I don't know when to cut it off, truthfully.
I would just cut it at 13. 13 and 13.
Well, yeah, I don't have them, like, segmented in my brain, though, is what I'm saying.
Okay. We could just do 13 to fucking 26 on the next one, then.
What do you think about, since we brought it up, the binge model versus the weekly model?
What are you talking? Oh, like, would you rather it come out all at once or come out weekly?
Yeah.
I would rather binge watch. That way I don't have to remember that these shows are coming out, personally. And I can just watch the whole thing and be done with it.
So what I notice whenever you binge watch is that, like, whenever you, episodes don't stick with you as much. And, like, it's more like plots and arc that stick with you. So, or plot beats and arc, the arc itself that sticks with you. So, whenever you watch, like, an episode, like, once a week or once every 3 or 4 days, you get to, like, reminisce on it and just think about, like, all the things that happened, and you get to do, like, some speculation into what might happen, and
yeah,
I just think
I just forget.
Better.
I just forget from the week prior of what happened, truthfully. Yeah, that happens all the time. Unless it's like a show I'm super into. Like when Loki was releasing, or The Mandalorian. Those were the last 2 shows I watched that came out once a week. And I had to fucking be there to watch them every time.
My last one was Dragon Ball Super.
Oh.
But I think I've only really watched shows weekly, like Bleach, Naruto, and the original Dragon Ball Z. Those are like the only ones I've really cared to do that. Cause like with Naruto Shippuden, like I pooped out after a while. Cause you get to like this cool ass ninja war and shit, thing you've been waiting for, and it's like, oh, Naruto met a new character from his past. Filler. Naruto met a new character from his past. Filler.
That's how I feel like RPG games are sometimes. Like, oh, you're gonna go on this quest. It's like, alright, you start off with a plot, but really, you're just trying to, like, it's like Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to find this dude. Okay. Meet a new teammate, and then objective from every fucking place that you go to get farther in the story to go to the next place. Like, it's just a recurring formula.
Well, see, the
not that it's
Ninja
bad,
Wars.
It's just like, you know that's what you're gonna do now.
Well, see, in Naruto and Shippuden, the thing was it for the Great Ninja Wars? Like the evil guys were like resurrected people with like special powers, and so like they weren't necessarily bad guys. Like they would be people that Naruto helped from like his past. So they would be like, but they didn't really have a past. So it was just like, oh, we're gonna add this filler thing where Naruto actually went on a mission when he was younger and helped these people, but we didn't show you this. So like every episode is a flashback for a backstory, and then at the end of the fight just concludes like at the end of the backstory, and it's like that was a complete fucking waste of time.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it just
shit like
did
that
so much that I stopped watching fucking weekly shows.
Yeah, I'd much rather binge. We're gonna do our last episode and then do the whole rest of the anime on part 2. That's gonna come out in 2 weeks. Next week's is Dragon Quest. But yeah, we'll be back with this. Episode 12, Please Stay Here, Kato-kun. The team splits to find the other Suzuki aliens. Katu, Kishimoto, and Hojo find 5, and a fight starts. During it, Katu's suit runs out of power, and 2 aliens fly away to find Ryota and his grandmother. The grandmother fights back, but the 2 of them end up dying. Meanwhile, Haruya forces Kei and Tetsu into a building where 6 Suzuki and the parent boss, a giant bird, are hiding. And basically that ends it on this for like a cliffhanger, basically. So I guess that's a good stopping point anyway. Yeah, the old woman's trying to like protect her grandson, and they caught him because he was taking a piss and he had his suit off. So those 2 get like murdered in a corner by a car. These things like scream like sound beams, and like it destroys shit. So all you see is like ah, and then everybody like you see oh, like behind the car you just hear this fucking oh.
There's blood everywhere, and their eyes are all bled out. It's like when Kato was trying to like squeeze him too, and they were doing the scream thing. The capillaries in his eyes were bursting and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, gonna hang it there. I really like the show. They have a movie too, so we're gonna have to do the movie. Yeah. Like we gotta do.
The movie takes place after the show.
Yeah, I say we already did part 1. We'll do part 2 the week after next, and the week after that, or the week after next after that, we'll do the movie.
Yeah, that's why I thought we were doing the back to back.
Yeah, we'll do back to back.
Okay.
That works for me. At least we can get the whole thing out in one go. But, yeah, that's Gantz up to episode 12. And we will be back next week with Dragon Quest VIII. I finished it last night, so I'm pumped on that. I'm ready to go.
You mean the week after, or what?
Oh, no, this weekend, we record for Dragon Quest VIII.
Oh, okay. I thought we were doing it back to back the anime.
Oh, no. Like, we're still skipping, like, we're still doing anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, anything else you want to add before we dip out?
Nope.
Alright. We'll catch you guys next time.
Adios, muchachos.